What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button. I really would appreciate it. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Be careful down in the comment section of the videos. A lot of spam, a lot of scammers. I will never ask you to contact me by WhatsApp or Telegram. I also do not invest money for my subscribers, and I do not offer an investment trading program. So please be careful. Don't get yourself scammed. If you want up to 12 free stocks, Webull is going to give you up to 12 free stocks. When you open a new Webull brokerage account, put at least 1 penny in that account. They're going to give you up to 12 free stocks for just trying out their brokerage app. There's a link down in the description box of the video. Go click on that Webull link. Open up your new account today. Go get that free stock. Go get that free money. Well, guys, the stock market is falling rapidly. And I'm looking at what's causing the market to react today the way it's reacted, a sea of red. And as I started doing my research, I quickly figured it out. GDP, gross domestic product. In a healthy economy, we want our economy to grow. But we want it to grow when inflation is around 2%. And an unhealthy economy with inflation at 7%, we really don't want GDP to grow. We actually want GDP to shrink so that inflation can come down. And some of you may ask, well, what does GDP measure? Well, it measures our economy's output of goods and services. And in the first and second quarter of 2022, GDP was actually negative. So that meant our economy was actually shrinking. But in the third quarter, all of that changed. GDP was actually positive to the tune of 3.2% growth positive. And inflation is 7%. So those two don't match, right? We don't need the economy to grow by 3.2% when inflation is already over 7%. So some of you may say, well, what caused GDP to grow in the third quarter, July through September? Well, the two main drivers was a strong consumer spending and strong exporting, right? So we sold a lot of goods and services to other countries. Citizens of our country spent more. And that's contradictory to what the Fed is trying to get Americans to do. They're trying to discourage them from spending. And unfortunately, in the third quarter of 2022, that did not work. Right now, the forecast for interest rate hikes in 2023 is around 75 basis points. But hear me now. If GDP continues to grow in the first quarter and we don't see some positive signs that inflation is coming down, I guarantee you the Fed will probably have more rate hikes than the 0.75. You can't have the economy growing at a 3.2% rate in the third quarter and then have inflation at 7%. If it grew at 3.2% and inflation was at 2%, then that's fantastic, right? Because that's healthy, but not when inflation is 7%. So not sure what's going to happen in the first quarter of 2023. But we'll see. We'll just have to wait and see. Again, the stock market took it bad, right? Because investors know what that means, right? They knew having a strong GDP in the third quarter meant that the Fed would potentially be continuing to increase interest rates, short-term interest rates. So they sold off. So investors sold off in the stock market today. Wiped away 2 to 3 days worth of decent gains in the market were all wiped away today on Thursday because of that GDP report. What else is happening out there in in the world of paper assets? Well, Tesla. I keep mentioning these guys because you all know I'm taking a bath right now with my Tesla stock. I bought it way too soon. And I know a lot of you down in the comment sections told me that. Richard, don't do it. You're too soon. You're too soon. I didn't listen. And I was too soon. And Tesla right now is struggling, man. I think the last time I looked at it, the dang on thing per share was probably in that 130 range. I mean, just massive falling of a stock price just a couple of months ago. Also, what I found really interesting about the Tesla stock, though, was when I did a little research, I found out that investors have made $15 billion shorting Tesla's stock. It's crazy. These guys have made $15 billion in 2022 by shorting Tesla stock. Investors, a lot of them took that short stance on Tesla and betted against Tesla. They betted that Tesla would go down in price per share. And guess what? They did. And guess what? Those people made about $15 billion. So there are a lot of people out there loving Tesla right now if they shorted it because they're making a bunch of money. Guys like me who are long on Tesla is paying the price. Again, I think eventually, if Elon Musk gets back in the game, gets focused in, leaves this Twitter thing alone, and really gets himself back in the driver's seat and start really doing what he did early on in Tesla's history, then I think Tesla will be fine. I still think Tesla is a $300 to $500 stock over the next 3 to 5 years. But the only way they get there is they gotta sell more EVs. I know the Federal Reserve right now is encouraging people not to spend. So that's gonna be tough for Tesla to increase production on EVs and the economy that we're in. But that's the only way they get there. They gotta increase production. They gotta increase sold EVs. But I think if Elon gets himself back in the driver's seat and really straps in and gets 100% focused on that, they can do it. Because they're still the leader in the EV market. All these other American manufacturers who are trying to create EVs right now, they're struggling too. They're losing money on every EV that they make. Because they make, petrol cars, gasoline cars, not electric cars, right? For 100 years, Ford has made gasoline powered cars. Now, all of a sudden, you're going to pivot this big old giant and start doing EV. They're losing money on the EVs, guys. So Tesla's making money on their EVs because that's what they are. They're a technology company that makes EVs, right? Ford is not a technology company that makes EVs. Ford is an automobile company that makes gasoline cars and is now trying to get into the EV business. It's a difference. So Tesla can certainly continue to dominate, but Elon has to step back in and give it 100% and leave this Twitter thing alone and get this company turned around. If he doesn't, then it's going to be a company that never reach its full potential. It'll never be an Apple, right? It'll never be a Microsoft. It'll never be one of the great tech companies. Why? Because potential. Never reaches potential. Its CEO, founder, took his eye off the ball and focused on something else and let this potential go to waste. So let's focus on what we can do in order to build wealth, man, in this volatile time. Y'all know what I'm gonna tell you. Dollar cost average into ETFs and index funds. Forget individual stocks, guys. That was my mistake. And I know better. I should have never put that kind of money in one individual stock. I don't care who the stock is. I shouldn't have did it. That was my mistake. Don't make my mistake. Stick with broad-based stock market ETFs like S&P 500 or total stock market ETFs. Stick with that in 2023 and just be consistent, be disciplined, and be patient. And if you do that in the next 3 to 5 years, you'll win. Drop me some comments down in the comment box and let me know what y'all think about the GDP numbers for the third quarter of this year. And let me know what you think about Tesla and being, short sold to the tune of $15 billion billion in profit. Let me know what you think about that. If you want those 12 free stocks from Webull, click on that link down in the description box. Open up that new Webull account today. Go get that free stock. Go get that free money. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing, share the video, smash the like button. Thoughts become things. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. And I'm going to catch you on the next video. Peace. Today's video is sponsored by my company, RF Financial Consulting. And in my company, I work with individuals just like you through financial mentoring and coaching sessions. And in those 1-hour sessions, we talk about strategies to help you get to your financial freedom, whether it be through real estate investing, stock market investing, creating additional streams of income, credit card arbitrage, or starting and growing a business. If that's something that you might be interested in, there's an email address in the description box of the video. Send me an email and let's discuss if I'm the right fit for you.